everyone, it's Michelle from the Age Graceful channel. Welcome to my channel, to all my new subscribers and of course my old subscribers. Combined, you are my funsins and I enjoy you just like family. So, fun and cousins equals funsins. It is the second Wednesday of the month, and that means it's time for another KIRF collab. This month's collab is dedicated to Mardi Gras. I'm uncertain what the other ladies will select to do, but for me, I am going to take my lead from a customer service representative that I met over the phone by the name of Beverly. Beverly and I were discussing my Wi-Fi speed. I told her I needed my speed for my YouTube channel. She was surprised that I had a YouTube channel and wanted to know all about it. So when I mentioned makeup, she got scared. She said, if I can't do makeup in 5 minutes, I'm just not going to do it. There's too many layers. And when she said layers, that got me thinking. So on this look, I'm going to try to stay away from concealer, contour, bronzer, and highlighter and keep it with the basics. I'm also going to try to challenge myself, not to the 5 minutes that Beverly talked about though, but 10 minutes. I have a 10-minute timer that I'm going to put into the video once I start my look. But before I begin my look, I'm going to talk about the products that I'll be using. Some of the products that I'm going to be using, we talked about during Sunday Skin, and they were part of my busy box. If you don't know what a busy box is, make sure that you go back and you watch my live stream from February the 6th. And you will find out all about the busy box. So again, thank you so much for selecting my channel to watch today. Please, after you watch my video, go over to the other ladies' channels and support them. We all appreciate you. So let's get started. In my busy box, I'm going to say probably close to $400 worth of products, if not more, for $100, and that included my shipping. Like I say, you have to go back to my Sunday Skin this past Sunday on February the 6th and check it all out. But I got a palette in there by ColourPop, and it's called ORCHID Unite. Beautiful orchid palette, purple, however you want to call it. The main colors for Mardi Gras are gold, purple, and green. So that's why I selected this palette today. I've never used it before. I'm not certain how it's going to perform, so we're going to find out together. I'm going to show you the shades now. These are the shades, and I'll name them going from left to right. The shades are Pretty One, Rebloom, Of All Purple, Second Row, Moth, OMG, and Ada. Third row, Buddies, Seedling, and Nuh-oh. Those are the shades. Now I want to swatch the shades for you. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of each one on the top row. This is the first row. Right to left is All of Purple, Rebloom, and Pretty One. This is the second row. Right to left, you have Moth, OMG, and Ada. This is the third row. Right to left is Nuh-uh, Seedling, and Buddies. I would say just from the swatching that all the shades are pretty pigmented. So let's get into it. To begin, I'm going to put my in whichever corner it will fit in. The first thing you would want to do, Beverly, is to put on a good moisturizer. This is actually a high-end moisturizer. This is 111 Skin, and it has the hyaluronic acid, which is a moisture booster. The reason you want to put on a moisturizer is because foundations tend to be drying, and you want your skin to look nice and moisturized. You don't want it to be dry and flaky looking. Be sure to get up under the eyes and around your nose. Guys, I just wanted to let you know that I stopped my camera momentarily so that I could screen record the timer on my iPad. I have it counting down at 1 hour. And here I'm going to have it count down from the 10 minutes. I'm going to try to screen record it and insert both so we'll have the real time it took compared to what I was able to do in 10 minutes. My next step will be to recommend an eyeshadow base. This allows for your eyeshadow to adhere to your skin, and it also helps to intensify the shade. I'm using Juvia's Place, and this is in shade number 2, which is the medium. My experience with this brand is that the formula does tend to separate, so I advise you to shake it before each use and mix the formula back together. I have a little bit of the product here on the top of this tin, so I'm going to apply it from here, and I'm just going to use a beauty blender sponge that I use to blend out the concealer up under my eyebrow area. So I'm just going to put just a small amount on to the sponge and then apply it to my eye. I don't want to use too much because it does need to dry down. And you see how much I still have left on the top here, on the top of this tin. And the reason that is because after I shook up the tube, it was ready to come out. I didn't have any control over it. So this product right here is going to be a waste. I'm going to wipe that off with a paper towel or something and just throw it away. So now that I have the primer on my lids, I'm going to get a brush. I'm like, where are my brushes? I'm knocking everything down. Okay. I'm going to take a brush. And I want to like blend out this base because the base has a little bit of tint to it and I don't want that much showing through. but it's still enough on my eyelid where my eyeshadow will adhere to my skin. See the difference? I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do in 10 minutes because I'm so accustomed to taking my time and thinking out each step of the process. But I have friends that I work with on YouTube who are able to just like breeze right through a look. No problem. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm leaving my hair rolled up because it's going to help me as I put on my foundation. It won't be in the way. So far, looking on my timer here, I'm already in almost 4 minutes. So I can pretty much say that I probably will not make the 10-minute mark. There is a mirror in this palette I would like to use if I could get the plastic off of the mirror. It's a frosted plastic just to protect the mirror. Okay, this is making me use up my time. I'm going to get another mirror. Yep, I'll use this one. So I'm going to pick up the shade. I think it's called Rebloom. Yes, I'm going to pick up the shade Rebloom, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. And what it means by transition is a shade that will blend easily with another shade. And I'm going to put this on most of my eye, starting up under the brow area, and I'll come down just before the crease, and a little bit right on my lid, but I'm staying like on the outer portion, or what they call the outer V or outer third. There's so many names for the sections of the eye. I would advise like watching more YouTube videos or picking up a beauty book to explain that a little bit more, because I'm not a professional. Everything that I have ever done on YouTube is just through my own experience wearing makeup and then learning things on YouTube by watching others. And that's the best way to learn, is to watch others. I found that I've learned a lot over these 4 years that I've been on YouTube. Quite a bit. And I want to blend this so much more, but I really want to see. Oh my goodness, I only have like 3 minutes left out of the 10 according to this timer over here. And I want what I put on my eyes to look similar. I don't want it like it's a little bit heavier on this side, so that means I need to blend more over here to diffuse the color, or I need to add more to the right eye. A challenge that I have, and some others might have it as well, for maturing women and men who like makeup, your vision changes as well. And with lighting and things like that, you just never know exactly, precisely how much you put on. So I've been blending this for a while, and it looks like I probably need to add to the right eye. My left eye appears deeper, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. It's not a big deal, and do it in small increments until you catch up, because you can always fix a look. Never give up. Always try to continue and fix a look. I'm getting there. Sorry for the noise. When I've got 1 minute and 33 seconds on my timer. Where did that time go? It went so fast. So very fast. I'm still going to keep blending this. And then we'll have to go into my real time. I'm not going to give up, Beverly. I am going to come back one day soon, and we're going to do this in between 5 and 10 minute look. In fact, when it's my turn to come up with the themes for the Keeping It Real Fun group, I'm going to suggest this one, and I'm going to write it down so I'll remember, because V, the Simply You Makeup channel, is selecting the looks for the next quarter. And after that, I'm going to ask Julia from Accessorize Your Life to select the looks for the third quarter. I selected them for the first quarter. And so, so everybody in the group has some input. And I like doing it like that. I don't want to be the one to come up with all the ideas all the time. I want them to participate as well. And it's been fun having this group. Even though I initiated it, I felt that it was really important to have the input of the other participants. And, it's fun that way. We kind of work as a team. Okay, Beverly, I see that I'm past the 10-minute mark on my timer over here, but I'm going to keep that timer going. It typically takes me, when I do a look for the makeup groups or any other look, it can take me sometimes as much as 6 hours, which is ridiculous, I know, but that's what happens. It can take up to 6 hours. When I did my granddaughter's look for her Sweet 16 photos, I want to say that took us 2.5, almost 3 hours, and she was like, I didn't know it took this long. And I'm like, yes, baby, it takes a while, unless you're, formally trained and you can work within a certain amount of time. But for some reason, a lot of the folks that I like to watch apply makeup, and they do the most excellent job, it takes them a few hours. So with that being said, I don't feel as bad. So now on my outer third or outer V area, I'm going to apply a deeper shade than the one that I put on. And I think I'm going to go for this one first and see if that's deep enough. If not, there's one that's almost so purple that it's black. And I'm just going to put a little bit here on my outer third, outer V. Just like this. And I'm going to try to keep this like in this area only. Sometimes it's difficult on that outer V to like keep your shape, or sometimes people refer to it as a map of shades, but I just want to deepen this corner a little bit. So that there's some contrast. On my timer, I've been going almost 15 minutes. So maybe for me, I just have to set like a new goal. Instead of 6 hours, can I get this done in an hour? Another difficult part that I find is when I cross over my body to do my left eye, sometimes it's difficult to keep your shape thin as well. But these purple shades in this palette are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm thinking that I like this left eye shape. It just looks different, but I'm gonna continue to work with it. I'm liking the left eye more than the right. So let me see what I can do to even these up. I think my right eye, has a little bit more product on it and is a little bit wider, the space. So I'm just going to try to make the left eye a little bit wider so that it can catch up with the right eye. That's all I can do. And this type of thing happens. And it's almost like I should have went in a diamond, a half of a diamond type shape over here. So let's see if I can kind of straighten this out to like almost like a half of a diamond. Okay, and I am experiencing a little bit of fallout, but I'll get that later. And what I mean by fallout is that the shadow will either hit your cheeks or go up under your eye. Right here under my waterline, I have fallout, but I'm gonna clean that up with a Q-tip. And a little bit of my water. This is water that's in a can. It sprays on, and I use it for cleanups. And I have a Q-tip. Take the first brush that I used, and I just want to soften this raw edge here so that it blends a little bit better. And just kind of diffuse that color a little bit. You want to try your best not to have like drastic lines. You want everything to kind of like melt together, if that makes sense. Even though I'm not doing this for you, Beverly, in 5 minutes, or the 10 that I had challenged myself to initially, I hope that you at least pick up some tips that will help you. Which is the main reason why most of us do these types of videos. Almost at a half hour. And I haven't even gotten to the foundation yet. But today, like I said, I'm not going to be using like bronzers and concealers and things like that. I wanted to keep it simple to kind of like help Beverly, but I wanted her to know that you know, she's probably used to putting on maybe one shade, and your makeup always looks better if you use at least 2. In my case, since it's Mardi Gras, I'm gonna use a 3rd shade. But I just want to make sure that these 2 are well blended right here where I put them together. So you see the darkness on the outer 3rd, and then it's lighter here up under the brow area. Now I said I didn't want to use concealer, so anything that's below where I wanted, I'm going to try to clean it up with Q-tips, and then I'll use my foundation as I apply my foundation to kind of like clean up those edges as well, kind of sharpen them up. But working with deep shades like this, there's always the potential for it to fall in places that you don't want it to be. Okay, I'm not going to soften this up anymore because I don't want to lose the deepness of this shade. Okay, now for my 3rd shade. I'm going to use a shimmer. It's Mardi Gras. It's time to party, right? And things in real time. What am I at now? 25 minutes, 26, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to get like a flat brush and I'm going to apply the shimmer shade OMG to my lid space. And I might need to wet my brush. I'm gonna see what happens when I apply it dry, because sometimes you need to wet your brush when you apply shimmers. But I just want to pack this onto my lid space. And I want to keep it below my crease area. And the crease is right here in your socket, Beverly, or anyone else who is watching. It could be Felicia, it could be Belinda, it could be Crystal, Savannah, Rachel, Robin, Keisha, Angie. It could be any of you too. And you all know I just named all my girls. And Bathsheba and Jatan. Well, Jatan knows, and Bathsheba does too. Those are my girls. This shade is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to take it until it meets that deeper shade I put on the outer third or outer V. Right here is your inner corner. I forgot to mention that, Beverly. So I'm going to be quiet now and finish up this look, and I'll put the real time inside the video as well. Just to let you guys know, I actually was unable to capture that timer, so you will not see it up in the video. Now it's time for my complexion. I'll be using both the Il Makiage primer and their foundation. Their full coverage foundation is called the After Party, and I'm using shade number 170. Now I'll use ColourPop's pressed powder blush, and the shade is called Potted. I am now going to apply a gel eyeliner by Beauty Creations. This is in the color Shamrock, and it's their Brights Gel Liner. I have dipped back into the palette, and I picked up the shade Pretty One to apply to my inner corner. If you like my tumbler and you would like to have one of your own, I will leave in my description box area the link to Corrine's Life YouTube channel. It is perfect to support her and to promote your own channel. I just finished applying a layer of mascara so that I will have a bed for my eyelash strips to lie on. I'm actually now at the 1 hour mark, but I'm almost done. I'm now going to apply some eyelashes by Kiss. These are a medium length eyelash strip. Some of you may remember this lip color that I received in my Busy Box by Huda. The shade name is called After Party, but it was the most beautiful purple I've ever seen in my life, with flecks of iridescent blue, silver, and green. And I renamed it Ooh Wee. Now you can see how this look came together using the Beauty Creations green eyeliner. I put on the green because it was Mardi Gras. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling it, so I am going to remove it and put on a traditional black. To remove it, I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to use some micellar water. And then afterwards, I'm going to reapply a little bit of the foundation right up under my waterline, because some of the foundation was removed as well. And I want to have a really clean look before I apply the black liner. So with that being said, guys, my look is all done. I've shown you one that you can wear by day if you're in the office, and then you could put on the green liner for going to a party at night. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed having you. Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. And of course, thank you to Beverly for your wonderful customer service.